Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my recipe for salt butter parsad. This parsad is absolutely delicious. That saltiness from the butter mixed with all of the sugar and the different flavoring agents makes for a delicious dessert. Now I just want to leave a little disclaimer. This is not something that you would make as an offering at Hindu religious functions. The reason being is because since it has the salted butter, you cannot offer it. And in the Hindu religion, it's believed that we do not offer anything with salt or anything that's bitter or spicy to the Hindu gods. We only give them sweet items. So this is not something you'd make to offer. This is more so something you'd make just to serve to guests, or if you just wanted a sweet item to make. The first thing that we're going to do is make our milk mixture so this way it can stay heated up. In my pot here, I'm going to go in with some whole milk. If you wanted to use evaporated milk, you could do that. And I'm also going to be going in with some granulated sugar. If you wanted to use brown sugar for this, feel free to do so. Just know that the parsad is going to take on a darker brown color. And I'm also going to go in with some cardamom or elychee that has been ground. And I'm going to let that sit in the milk mixture and let everything heat up on a medium heat. You want to make sure that this stays hot because when you make the parsad, it will absorb into it faster and not make the parsad super sticky. And if you wanted to add cinnamon, nutmeg, essence, cloves, any other types of spices and flavorings, you can do that as well. Now, while that milk mixture is heating up, you're going to leave that to the side, keep it hot. And in another pan, you're going to go in with your salted butter. And when you add the butter into the pan, you're going to want it to sizzle so this way any water content in that butter can start to cook off. If you do not cook off this water content, then what happens is the parsad gets very lumpy. Now this is because I'm using butter from the tub. Like if you're using country crockett butter or I can't believe it's not butter. If you were using butter sticks, you would not need to use this step because all of that is pure butter fat. As you guys can see, the butter is sizzling a lot. It's nice and hot and it's ready for my flour. So at this point, I'm going to go in with my all-purpose flour and I'm just going to keep on stirring it and I'm going to parch it on a medium heat for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now, whenever I'm making butter parsad, it tends to be a little bit lighter than ghee parsad. And that's just personal preference, to be honest. You can cook it dark if you wanted to, but I usually cook it more on the lighter side. So what I'm going to do is keep it on that medium heat, keep it regulated so it doesn't get too dark, but you want to make sure that you cook out that raw flour taste. After about 5 minutes, you're going to notice that everything gets very crumbly. You're going to think that it's too dry, but in reality, it's actually going to get wetter later. So you're going to keep on cooking it down and you're going to see it come together. So keep on cooking it down, and once it gets a lighter texture and a little bit golden brown color, then you'll know you've cooked it out. So this is what the mixture looks like after exactly 12 minutes of parching on that medium heat. As you guys can see, it's gotten more liquidy, and that's just because the flour has cooked down, it's become lighter, and it's absorbed into the butter much better than it was earlier. You guys are going to know exactly what I'm talking about when you start to mix everything together, because when you first start, it's very heavy in the pan, and when you are finished cooking the flour, it actually gets very light in texture. So at this point, we're going to go in with some finely chopped maraschino cherries. I'm not doing any raisins today because I just prefer cherries, but if you wanted to add raisins or any other types of dried fruits or nuts, you can also do that. So at this point, you're going to raise your heat to the highest heat and you're going to start to add in your milk mixture. Now you can go in with the milk mixture all at once, or you can go in with it in 2 or 3 batches. I'm going to go in with it in batches because butter parsad just tends to have a different texture sometimes, and if you add the milk in too fast, it can tend to get like porridge. It's not like ghee parsad where it dries up super quick. So I'm going to add the milk in different batches and I'm going to keep on stirring it on my high heat so this way that milk can absorb into it very, very well. So at this point, I can see that it's absorbed the milk that I've already added in, and I can see that it can take just a little bit more because it's getting crumbly. So I'm going to go in with the last of my milk mixture and I'm going to keep on stirring it until it is well absorbed. All you want to do now is cook it for just about 2 minutes until the parsad gets a little bit crumblier and that milk mixture dries up. All you're going to do is keep on stirring this parsad until it leaves the sides of the pan and until it gets a little bit drier and crumblier. And then at that point, you can take it off of the heat. You're also going to see that it starts to glisten just a little bit because the butter is going to start to release back from it. Alright guys, that is how you make this salt butter parsad. This is how quick and simple it is. Now if you wanted to add in some soda into the milk mixture, you can go ahead and replace half of the milk mixture with some orange soda or some cream soda, or you can make it the way that I did today. I know a lot of people like to mix the soda with that salted butter flavor. And you can also mess around with the spices and the different flavoring agents. You can add in your nutmeg, you can add in cloves, essence, anything that you wish. And you can just play with it and tailor it to your own taste and preferences. So if you guys enjoyed this video today, please don't forget to give it a nice big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you are not subscribed yet. Remember, if you click that red subscribe button, you're going to come on over and join the Matthew's Guyanese cooking family. And if you click that bell notification icon, you'll never miss out on my newest videos that come out. And of course, drop those comments down below. Let me know what you think and what I should be making next. Bye everyone.